NBC5 investigates the painful truth about painkillers. More people are now dying from drug overdoses, including pain pills, than auto crashes.
As some patients find creative ways to get their hands on the pills, critics say overprescribing is leading to addiction. Chris Coffey explains how changes could be coming soon.
So many beautiful memories.
Felicia Maselli says her son Louis was dedicated to his friends and family, not to mention a star athlete.
I think that was one of the biggest thrills of his life, running a touchdown in the state championship game.
And they won.
And they won.
But a sports injury changed everything.
I believe Louis was overprescribed pain medication, and it started the addiction.
Painkillers took over Louis' life. Those led to heroin. He went to rehab and cleaned up, but Louis relapsed and died from an overdose in 2012.
I still miss him every single day, every single moment.
Maselli's grief shines light on a growing problem. The CDC says an estimated 2 million Americans are hooked on prescription painkillers.
It filled this little void that I didn't know existed, but it filled that.
Nick GORE lived it. The once aspiring hockey player says his pain pill addiction started with a kidney stone.
I saw a ton of doctors and I knew how to manipulate them.
He admits he doctor shopped, went to pill mills, even raided people's medicine cabinets.
And when they cut you off because there's nothing physically wrong with you anymore, I turned to the streets.
Nick got cleaned and turned his life around. But a new study shows 1 in 6 teens have now misused or abused pain pills. And state records show each week in Illinois, 8 people die from prescription drug overdoses.
What could our state be doing better to solve this problem?
Some of our laws and some of our programs are very old, and they need to be updated.
The National Safety Council says Illinois fails to meet responsible prescribing standards. In fact, the system doctors can use to monitor patient prescriptions and signs of doctor shopping is only voluntary.
I think those people who are not judicious about how they prescribe opiates will give everyone a bad name.
Dr. William McDade heads the Illinois State Medical Society. He argues Illinois writes the fewest oxycodone prescriptions in the country, but says more needs to be done to educate doctors about the state's prescription monitoring system.
The easier it is to use, the more physicians will use it. Clearly we can do better because we know there are people who are taking drugs and diverting them for their own non-therapeutic use.
Long time no see. How have you been?
GORE says his new high is helping the homeless.
That's what keeps me sober. That's what keeps me going.
For Maselli, it's educating others about the dangers of addiction, with her son's memory by her side.
I know that if Louis survived his addiction and went into recovery, he would be a loud spokesman.
Records show the state issued 55 prescribing-related punishments to doctors last year and 72 the year before. Meantime, the Illinois State Medical Society has announced plans to work with lawmakers to improve prescribing standards. And safety experts say addressing the painkiller problem could make a substantial impact on the state's heroin epidemic. Chris Coffey, NBC5 investigates.